අද ඔබ දකින ඒ අතිශයින්ම සාර්ථක ඒ රැලි ඒ මාස ගණනක වැඩවල ප්‍රතිඵලයක්. ඒ ගැහැන් ගම් මට්ටමේ ඒ ගැහැණුන් සංවිධානය වෙමින් ඉදිරිපත් වෙමින් නායකත්වය ක්‍රමානුකූලව හදා ගනිමින් එන ගමනක් ඒක. ඒක ඒ රැලි වලිනුත් අපි අවසන් කරන්නේ. ඒ විධායක සභා හරහා අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා මින් ඉදිරියට තව දුරටත් මේක ව්‍යාපාරයක් හැටියට තවත් ශක්තිමත් කරමින් මාලිමාවේ දේශපාලන ගමන තුල ඒකත් සමග ඉදිරියට යන්න අපේ බලාපොරොත්තුවක් තියෙනවා. අපි හදපු ඒ විධායක කමිටු දැන් රැස් වෙමින් දිස්ත්‍රික්ක මට්ටමින් ගම් මට්ටමින් ඒ කාන්තා සභා හරහා දිගින් දිගටම වැඩ කරමින් යන්නේ. Our main aim is to build leadership among women, leadership in all the different sectors, to support women to participate in their in public life as best as they can, in whatever sectors that they choose. We want to be able to bring women's issues, we want to be able to have women who will be able to speak out on behalf of the issues that they face, take up leadership and get involved in their community, in community life and to bring about the changes that they want for themselves. This is our ultimate aim. We don't want to be just a sort of a women's movement that is decorative. We want our women's movement, the solidarity that is being built up among women, to really make an impact and to change the way in which politics happens in our country. To make it a safe space for everyone, to make it a more inclusive place for everyone, and to make everyone feel that being part of public life, being part of a political space is not something that is demeaning or not something that is somehow only bad people do or corrupt people do. This is the change that we want to bring, and this is, I think, what is happening today in Sri Lanka is is actually really significant in that it is beginning to, the way, especially the way that women have come forward, and especially the way that women have been participating in these events, have, I think, shaken the political establishment like no other movement has done before. ඒගොල්ලෝ කවදාකවත් හිතුවේ නෑ මේ ලංකාවේ ගැහැණු මේ විදියට ඉදිරිපත් වෙලා මේ විදියට ඒ නායකත්වයට පණිවිඩයක් එවන්න තරම් ශක්තිමත්ව එකතු වෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලා කවුරුවත් හිතපො නැති දෙයක්. මම හිතන්නේ ඒක තමයි අද සිද්ධ වෙන විශිෂ්ටම දේ සහ ඒක තමයි අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන සමාජ පරිවර්තනයට වෙන්න පුළුවන් හොඳම දේ. ඒක තමයි. ඉතින් ඒක තුල අපි දකින්නේ රැස්වීම් වලට ඔබාවන. If you see these rallies and if you do get a chance, I'd encourage you to participate in some of these rallies. The energy there, the emotion there is something that I have never witnessed. People are there, there's joy, there are tears, there's emotion. People are there because they want to be there. People are there because they believe that the transformation that they are seeking is happening and that it is possible. And that they are part of that transformation. That is the most significant thing. And I think that is probably the most important change that is taking place in our country right now. That people are beginning to realize that they will no longer sit back and wait for someone else to change their lives for them. That they are going to be part of that change and that they are going to be the leaders in the transformation that is going to take place in our country. I think that is what is most significant, and that is what is most inspiring about what is happening in Sri Lanka right now. එතකොට මේ සියලුම අර්බුද අතර ඔබ බොහෝ වෙලාවට ඔබට ලංකාව ගැන අහනකොට ඇහෙන්නේ ඍණාත්මක දේවල් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. අපි බංකොලොත් රටක්, we are bankrupt. අපේ දේශපාලන සංස්කෘතිය දූෂිතයි, there's corruption everywhere. අපිට ඇහෙන්නෙම ඍණාත්මක දේවල්. නමුත් මේ මොහොත තුල මම හිතන්නේ ඒ සියලුම ඒ ඍණාත්මක දේවල් අතරම බලාපොරොත්තුවකුත් තියෙනවා. possibility එකක් තියෙනවා. There's a hope of there's space opening up for a different way of doing things, a different kind of politics. There's belief among people that a different kind of politics is possible. That is what is most inspiring about this moment. That is what I think is so significant and historical in this particular moment in what is happening in Sri Lanka. You will see women, men, children, young people of all age groups, all ethnic groups coming together, not necessarily because we agree with each other about everything, but because we are willing to talk to each other, because we are willing to discuss with each other, and perhaps for the first time, there's a political platform that brings all these different people together. And where all these different ideas and all these different people can feel that they are part of something, part of a process and part of a process of transformation. That is what is most significant and most inspiring about what is happening in Sri Lanka. මේක තවදුරටත් නිකම් මේ ජාතික ජනබලවේගයේ මැතිවරණ ව්‍යාපාරයක් විතරක් නෙවෙයි. අද මේ සිද්ධ වෙමින් යන දේ මේ ගැහණු අපි එක මිටට කියන දේද දැන් හෙට ඉඳන් අපේ තරුණ රැලි අපි ආරම්භ කරනවා. මේ සියල්ල එක්කම සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ මේක තවදුරටත් මේ ජාතික ජනබලවේගය දිනවන ඊළඟ මැතිවරණය දිනවන වගේ සරල දෙයක් නෙවෙයි මේ සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ. අපි මේ එකතු වෙන්නේ අපි මේ ගොඩනගමින් යන්නේ විශාල සමාජ පරිවර්තනයක් වෙනුවෙන් ලාංකික පුරවැසියක් සූදානම් වෙන ලාංකික පුරවැසියාගේ මැදිහත් වීම තුලින් සිද්ධ වෙන විශාල ව්‍යාපාරයක් විශාල ක්‍රියාවලියක්. ඒක තමයි මම හිතන්නේ මේ වෙලාවේ ඔබට ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම මම යෝජනා කරන්නේ මේ මොහොතේ බැරෑරුම්කමත් මේ මොහොතේ විශේෂත්වයක් තේරුම් ගන්න. මේක තවත් එක් මැතිවරණ වර්ෂයක් වෙන්නේ. මේක ලංකාව වෙනස් කරන වර්ෂයක් බවට අපිට පත් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඔබ මෙච්චර කාලයක් හිතුවනම් if all of these years, if you think about why you left Sri Lanka, many of you might have left for perfectly good reasons. But I think the very fact that you are here today suggests that you have some connection still with Sri Lanka. You still feel a sense of belonging to Sri Lanka. You still have some nostalgia about Sri Lanka. Despite all the awful things that might have happened to you in that country, especially as members of the Tamil and Muslim community in Sri Lanka, I think many of you would have felt that you do not belong, that you are always treated as a second-class citizen, as the other in every way. Despite all of that, you are here today because you still feel some sense of belonging with Sri Lanka. Right? And if you, at any point in your life, I can't remember which of our speakers, but one of you, I think Tushara, you spoke about a daydream, about a dream that you have for the kind of country you would like Sri Lanka to be. I honestly feel that this is a time when we can all make that daydream a reality. But that it's not an easy task. It is not something that will happen with one election. It is not something that will happen in a day or even a year. But there is right now an opportunity for us to really turn Sri Lanka around and to make it the kind of country that it should be. You know, it is a country, I mean, it's, you know, all sort of everything aside, it's such a beautiful country. I was here the whole of last week on for a seminar organized by the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. And all the delegates that I met, delegates from every country, when they found out where I was from, the first sentence they would all come out with, oh, Sri Lanka is such a beautiful country, right? It's such a beautiful country. They have all either been there or they want to visit Sri Lanka. And then they ask me, but what happened, right? And then, you know, you're at a loss. How do you explain what happened to that country? How do you explain how a country with so much potential has become the disaster that it is today, right? But I think people are beginning to realize that we have the power to change that we have the power to turn that around, right? And I think that is something that we as NPP if there's something that we can be pleased about, it is the fact that we have become, in a way, the focus of that hope. And it's not just because they think that we as the leadership of NPP are going to bring about that change, but because people are beginning to recognize that NPP is not just about the leadership. NPP is about all of you, all of us together creating that change, and that NPP is providing you with a platform to become part of that change. And I think that is a really significant and important thing that is happening right now. And it's not just about what NPP as a political party has done, it's also about what happened in 2022. It is about the Aragale. It is about that moment where the citizens of Sri Lanka realized what could happen if as citizens we come together for a common goal and a common aspiration. Of course, we realized very soon that just getting rid of a president is not good enough. We need to have a plan to do what happens when the president actually resigns or we get rid of the president. We need to make sure that we are in charge of the next phase of the reform as well, right? But that demonstrated to people the power of citizens coming together and the power of people organizing and working together. And that's a lesson that I don't think any one of us has forgotten. That's not a moment that any one of us has forgotten, right? Unfortunately, or fortunately as it may be, many of the political parties in Sri Lanka, and certainly the current leadership, have not recognized the change that has taken place in our country. That other අපේ රටේ ඉන්නේ 2019 හිටපු පුරවැසියත් නෙවෙයි 1994 හිටපු පුරවැසියත් නෙවෙයි 2015 හිටිය පුරවැසියත් නෙවෙයි අද ඉන්නේ වෙනස් වෙච්ච තමන්ගේ බලය පිළිබඳවත් තමන්ගේ අයිතිවාසිකම් පිළිබඳවත් යම්කිසි විදියකට අවදි වෙච්ච පුරවැසියෙක් ඉන්නේ. තව දුරටත් ඔවුන් මේ දූෂිත දේශපාලනය ක්‍රමයන් පුරවැසියන්ව පාවිච්චි කරන බලයට එන්න දේශපාලනය කළා දේශපාලනය හරහා ජනතාව සූරා කන ඒ දේශපාලන සංස්කෘතිය බාර ගන්න සූදානම් පුරවැසියෙක් නෙවෙයි අද තව දුරටත් ඉන්නේ වෙනස් වෙච්ච පුරවැසියෙක්.